Okay, let's show you another example. Okay, so once again, I've got my white on there. And you really want to watch to be consistent, right? So you don't have any areas that are really bare, other areas that have big old blobs of white on there. And of course, one thing you can do to help straighten that out is you got your sort of methodical horizontals and your sort of methodical verticals, just to get that all spread. Okay. I'm not even going to clean the brush. I'm going to go straight into my yellow. I'll go with this yellow all the way up. I'm going to start with the water effect. I'll just come in from the edge a little bit, but leaving a little bit of that space in the middle where I want it to stay more or less white. So now I'm going to go from that bright yellow into my deeper yellow, this more orangey, warmer yellow right here. Really cover my brush with that. Alrighty. And so maybe around the middle, right? Maybe around the middle of the sky. No point in covering up all my lighter yellow. Right there. Nice little band of that. And I'm just going to blend that down a little bit and blend it up a little bit. Cool. Done with that already. Now I'll just take a little bit more of that. And here I'll start once again in the middle. And just sort of blend it from the side towards the middle. There it is. Okay. Now, one of the things when you're doing this is you want to make sure that your strokes are more or less horizontal. It's easy to arc, right? Make an arch that's rounded like that, especially now that we're on a bigger surface. But go ahead and try and get it just like that, just nice and horizontal. Oh, see, here's another little hair came off the brush. Let's get it now. Now's the time to get it, just like that. Okay, so now we'll go ahead. I think I'm going to work into this red. Okay. And this time, I'll go ahead and I'll start at the top. And I'll just blend it down, 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 down into that. And if I need to come back with a little bit of more of the orangey yellow to make a nice orangey color, sure, go for it. Why not, right? Well, I think I'm pretty good with that for now, at least. So I'll go ahead and get a little bit more of that red. And this time I will make sure that I start at the bottom here, working my way towards the middle, towards the middle. You see, I got two sides of the brush. I come in with the one side of the brush, and then that's going to clean that brush off going that way. The other side going like that. Okay, and then working my way up. Did not load up my brush again. There we go. Okay, so that's pretty good. I think that's going to work just fine. But before I blend it, I want to wash this brush off real good. I think I'm going to get up, go all the way over to the sink to wash it off really good. Okay, so I'm back and I washed it off real good, and I even gave it a little bit of a shake in the sink, and that's got it pretty dry. If I wanted to, I could even take a little bit of paper towel and just make sure that it was really nice and dry and clean. And then I'm going to go ahead and blend. I think I'll do the sky first. Remember, just nice and soft, blendy, blendy. Okay, good enough. And I think I can just wipe it off like this a little bit. And I'm going to do the water now. Just come, work my way down. Okay, after I've worked my way down, I'm working my way up a little bit. I want that to blend a little bit smoother than that. There we go. I got a little bit of red right here. That's okay. I'll just blend that right out. There it goes. See? It's all the way gone. You know what? Not that big of a deal anyways. And I think I'll clean off my brush. This time I just dipped in the water that was near me because it's not full of paint the way that it was before. And, oh, that was the side of the table right there. I'm going to take a little bit of that white, just like before, and I'm going to dip that in there. And get that in the center. I get a nice bit light going down my center. Blend that in. Ooh, pretty. Pretty, pretty. Okay, and I blended out any brush strokes that I saw there. Cool, and I've just got this nice glow of white in the center and a nice sky up here. If I wanted to, I don't know if I want to, but I could come back and I could even take more white here, right? And I could blend it at the bottom. That way it's really brightening things up a bit. Just blendy, blendy, blendy. Blendy, blendy, blendy at the bottom of that sky. Ooh, look at that. Just brightened it up a little bit. Blend that in. Okay, cool. Looks like a sherbet. But pretty soon it's going to look like a sunset. Now, if I wanted to put some clouds into this one, I got to think, are the clouds just going to be the same as when I did it to the other ones? Or could I make them a little bit different? I think I'm going to make them just a little bit different. And once again, I think there's not so much paint on my brush. I could just dip it into the water a little bit, dry it off a little bit, and then that'll be cool. And if you think about it, the light would be down and the shadow would be up. So I'm going to start by, I'll make these clouds just a little bit different, you know. Same thing, I'm just going to load up tips of my brush, and this time I'm going to go from the bottom and just work my way up, up. And there we go. Not too many. Make as many as you like, but not too many for me. A little bit one more. There we go. Cool. And so that's the bottom, right? So then what I'll do is I'll take some of this red and the yellow maybe, and I'll make the top of the cloud. Whoosh. Right? There's that red. And just blend it in a little bit. Just swirling around, monkeying around there a little bit. You know, here's one thing to note is that clouds, of course, are the further away that they get, the more down they are, the more towards the horizon they are, like that. So your clouds that are up front would actually be higher up in the air and bigger, let's say, and your clouds that were lower might be farther away, right? You just want to think about that when you're making them. Okay, there we go. Maybe a little bit of this yellow. Now I am going to go ahead and clean off my brush really good before I fluff these up a little bit. Well, you know what I could do before I clean it up? Here, pop, 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 pop. Oh, no, he didn't. Look at that. Oh, he just messed up his water. Oh, no, not really. Because think about it, you know, the clouds are going to be reflected in the water as well. But I'm not trying to make the perfect reflection of the clouds. You know, I'm just giving a little bit of an impression. So here we go. Wipe that off just enough. And don't lose them. Don't blend them into nothing. Made those for a reason. See, you got to get a little crazy. You're going to do the Bob Ross. You got to get just a little bit crazy. There we go. Now let's go wash off my brush. Okay, I'm back with my nice clean and pretty much dried off that I've shaken in there. And so I'm going to fluff these clouds a little bit, but not too much. Too much, just whoosh. Just a little bit. And if I want these clouds to be more extreme, then, maybe I'll come back later after things are dried off a little bit and just blend a little bit more color into them. But for right now, just a little bit. I'm thinking about, oh, am I getting the dark color into my light color? I don't want that necessarily, right? So here's my lighter side of the brush, here's my darker side of the brush, right? It's the same old thing that I've talked about a couple of times now. You got to know what color is on your brush, how much there is, and where it's at. You got to know that stuff, right? Otherwise, it's just not going to do what you wanted it to do. But it's really basic. If you learn the basics, it'll do what you want it to do. Okay. So there's not so much on my brush, so I could just kind of dry it off, wipe it off, and just blend that. Just blendy, 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 blendy. Whoosh. Okay. And that was just enough to make my sky a little bit more interesting. Right? Blend, blend, blend. Cool. Good enough.